Welcome. Our spiritual exercise today is Lectio Divina with some imaginative prayer and some conversation. We're going to pray today with Genesis chapter 3, which is the fall. And we want to ask the Lord to allow us to somehow experience in our own hearts, you might say to taste in our own hearts, just the grief in His heart because of the reality of sin. A lack of humility in our life leads to a lack of gratitude. A lack of gratitude leads to presumption and grasping and sin. And that sin affects God's heart. We want to have our scriptures open. So hopefully that Bible is right next to you. And actually I want to begin today by going with you to Genesis chapter 6. I'm going to read for you verses 5 and 6. Then we're going to read chapter 3. But let's begin with Genesis chapter 6, verses 5 and 6. It says, "When the Lord saw how great the wickedness of human beings was on earth, and how every desire that their heart conceived was always nothing but evil, the Lord regretted making human beings on the earth, and His heart was grieved." Let me read that again. When the Lord saw how great the wickedness of human beings was on earth, and how every desire in their heart was conceived was always nothing but evil. It says that the Lord regretted making human beings on earth, and His heart was grieved. God does not need us. God existed for eternity before anything was created, which proves to us that God does not need us at all for His existence. God was perfectly content before He created anything. But God created because He wants to be known. He wants to love. In His goodness, in His generosity, He makes all of creation. Genesis 1 and 2. He saw it was good. Adam and Eve have no needs in the garden. But love has boundaries. Love is not boundaryless. His mercy is limitless. It has no limits. His mercy, His love has no limits. But love does have boundaries. That's a fact. A life without boundaries is not love. That's anarchy. So He creates boundaries so that we can love Him. And this creation, this creature, this human, who God created only to take care of, only to provide for, only to love, has turned away, seeking to provide for himself, to do for himself. I don't need you anymore, God, thank you. And God's heart is grieved. He regrets. You only grieve when you love. You only grieve when you feel. Adam and Eve are unaware. Humanity is unaware. So consumed with how we think about us and focus on us. We never even stop to think, gosh, what does my sin do to God's heart? God's grieving in our sin. Today, for your spiritual exercise, to begin by reading Genesis 6, 5 and 6. Then read Genesis 3, which is the fall, through that lens. And watch Adam and Eve blame each other. Watch Adam and Eve hide from God. Watch God pursue them. Ask him why you're hiding. Watch God ask, why? I was going to provide for you everything. Why? As the grief rises in his heart. Be not afraid. Let the emotion rise in your heart. Ask for the grace, as you prayed it today, for God to reveal what's in his heart around your sin. Trust the process. Be not afraid. And God bless you.